For all you Josh Allen truthers out there, I never want to hear you glaze this man ever again. I never want to hear his name in the same sentence as Patrick Mahomes ever again, because what Josh Allen just went out there and did against the Denver Broncos was absolutely embarrassing. You get opportunity after opportunity. You turn the ball over like the turnover king that he is, over and over and over and over again. The Denver Broncos gave you chance after chance to go out there, win the game. They don't score on the first possession of overtime, and you go out there, you fumble, and you fold like you do time and time and time again in the playoffs. And I've been the guy that has said over and over and over again, well, I don't want to say that it's because Patrick Mahomes isn't in the playoffs. I don't want to say it's because Joe Burrow isn't in the playoffs. They apparently don't need any of those guys to stop Josh Allen. You just need a second-year quarterback in Bo Nix who's going to go out there and score over and over and over and over again off the turnovers that you had, fumbles, interceptions, the whole 9 yards. Josh Allen is not the best quarterback in the league. Quit lumping him up there with Joe Burrow, with Patrick Mahomes. He is an absolute amazing athlete, but Josh Allen is not an amazing quarterback in this league. Ladies and gentlemen, we had an absolute ridiculous divisional round that we are going to recap. We're going to talk about our championship predictions, and then we are going to go into who is winning the Super Bowl. If you love watching football, if you love sports in general, hit that like, hit that follow button, because we are locked in Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, sometimes 7. Sometimes we become a grinder. Sometimes we do it on overtime. Next, we have the Texans and the Patriots. CJ Stroud has a contract year coming up. This was not a contract performance. I am starting to see why maybe Bryce Young was the pick. I mean, Bryce Young is getting better and better. CJ Stroud has continued to get worse and worse. Now, the Patriots, I will say, the defense went out there and looked absolutely relentless. They said, we are going to live by getting to CJ Stroud and putting pressure on him. They were sending blitzes. They were getting pressure on 4. They were getting pressure on 3. They were getting pressure with 5. They were sending the nickel. They were sending everyone at CJ Stroud, because when you have a quarterback like that that's not proven in the big moments, that has shown time and time again this year, he will turn the ball over and over and over and over and over and over again. That Texans defense can only do so much. If that Texans defense isn't putting points on the board, the Texans are an average, if not subpar, mediocre team. CJ Stroud has to be better. And what kills me is CJ Stroud did all that trolling against the Steelers. Y'all remember? You're mad, CJ Stroud. You're mad that you're bad and that you're carried by your defense week in and week out. When your defense needed you to go out there and put points on the board, you fumbled and you folded and you turned the ball over, as Josh Allen did, over and over and over and over again. Yes, you had a good rookie season. Yes, you had one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen. That is still not on par with an average NFL quarterback. You have done nothing to progress except sit there on that podcast and run that little yapper of yours and not get better at the game of football. You're mad, CJ Stroud. You're mad that you're bad and you're not getting better as a player. They have given you opportunity after opportunity. They went and got Stephon Diggs. Yes, you didn't have Nico Collins. You have absolute dogs in that wide receiver room. And yet, again, you fumble and you fold. And we'll say it because they were saying it for Josh Allen. No Patrick Mahomes. No Joe Burrow. But you get bounced by the sophomore quarterback, Drake May. And you get sent home crying and bawling like you were when Tank Dell went down. I'm just being honest. It was 2 different scenarios. You were trolling the Steelers fans. Now you're getting trolled by me. You're an absolute fraud. Do better. Now, the New England Patriots, on the other hand, played a hell of a football game, going out there and pressuring CJ Stroud over and over again. And not only the defense, Drake May, for what that Texans defense is, played a good game. Yes, he turned the ball over a few times. There were some I feel so bad for Will Campbell. Imagine walking in, all right, bud, we just got you back off injury reserve or off injury, whatever he came off of. Do you have your matchup this week is going to be Hall of Famer Khalil Mack. Oh, bad week last week, dude. Maybe you'll bounce back this week. You're going to be blocking Will Anderson. And then it gets even crazier. Dude, you allowed a lot of strip sacks. You can't do that this week against the Broncos. You're going to be covering Nick Bonetto. And then it gets even worse. It gets even worse when they win that game. Dude, if you go up against the Seattle Seahawks this week, but you're going to be covering DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean, Will Campbell's absolute barbecue chicken. He's a rookie, though. There's a lot to learn from. This man said he would die for his quarterback. You're out there getting murdered, brother. They are taking you to pound every game, and that you're just there. The Patriots just aren't going to be able to sustain with that when they get in these deeper rounds. I mean, if they beat Jared Stidham, that's all I have to say is Jared Stidham. If the Patriots win this, and we've said for weeks in and weeks out now, the NFC is bringing home the trophy. There is not a single AFC team over here that I thought could beat an NFC team. I don't care if Bo Nix is healthy. I don't care if Drake May's out here doing Drake May things. I don't care if the Texans made it. I don't care if the Bills made it. None of those AFC teams were beating any of these dogs in the NFC, starting with the Seattle Seahawks. 49ers fans, y'all thought you were going to troll Seattle all week, you and your whole fan base, and you're going to come out here. Y'all haven't scored a touchdown on us in 8 quarters of football. We have not allowed anyone in our end zone in 8 quarters of football. Brock Purdy's 4-0 in Seattle. What is he now? He's an absolute bum that can't get in the end zone. Oh, but Christian McCaffrey's averaging against Seattle Seahawks this year 3 games, by the way. 3 yards a rush. We own that absolute fraud. Maybe you should get back out there and get on that IR because your Achilles injuries looking like they were showing back up a little bit. I wasn't seeing the burst of speed. I wasn't seeing the same Christian McCaffrey that everyone hyped up all year. Now, is it the Achilles? Are they a little sore again? Or is the dark side of the Seattle defense putting absolute B-to-A on you? Sorry, San Francisco 49ers. Y'all can't survive the power plant next to your field. How are you going to survive a relentless defense like the Seattle Seahawks? Cooked by Cooper Kupp, cooked by Rashid Shaheed, cooked by JSN. We threw Jake Bobo out there and he's getting catches. The run game was tearing you apart. The San Francisco 49ers are terrible. I don't know how Robert Saleh is getting coaching interviews after that. He failed on the Jets and he just failed the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, but we're hurt. You know what hurts? Not getting your fan base a ring in the past 31 years. Some of you were swimming around in your daddy's you-know-what last time the San Francisco 49ers won a game. Won a ring. So I don't want to hear anything from you fake San Francisco 49ers fans. All time, the Seattle Seahawks own you bums. In the playoffs, the Seattle Seahawks own you bums, and you've seen my team win a Super Bowl. How many of y'all can say you've seen the San Francisco 49ers win a Super Bowl? On to the L.A. Rams and the Chicago Bears. I just want to be 100% real with y'all right now. The Chicago Bears are insane. They deserve to win this game. They didn't go down. And DJ Moore, you need to get off this team, brother. You are the sole single reason that y'all are sitting at home right now. The lack of effort on that play where Caleb Williams threw that pick would have been perfect if you ran through your route. Instead, you stop, you slow down, and guess what? I hope you play just like that in Cancun, you absolute fraud, because game after game, all year long, you got locked up, you didn't do anything, you finally come into playoffs and do something. But when the game is on the line, you fall, you fumble, you fold, you slow down, you stop running your route. You are not a good ball player. You should be absolutely ashamed and sick to your stomach that you went out there and you sold that young quarterback in Caleb Williams like that. Because I don't know, were you tired? Was your ego hurt? I don't know what it was. You are the sole reason that the Chicago Bears are not getting ready for an NFC championship against the Seattle Seahawks right now. Now, Caleb Williams, I have told y'all since he came in the league, he is going to be that next guy up. He's going to be an absolute dog. He's going to be a top 10 quarterback in this league. The throws this man makes are insane. Some of them are routine that he misses, but he's also going to give you a 40-yard bomb touchdown off his back leg with two people in his face. I don't know what more y'all need to see from this man. He's an absolute dog. Sophomore quarterback, won a playoff game. New head coach, new team, new system. Went out there and got it done. What do we give guys year in and year out? What do we give Trevor Lawrence? Well, he's learning a new system. He's learning a new system. He's learning a new system. Caleb Williams went out there and showed you he can learn a new system in a year and get them to the NFC Divisional Round and almost the NFC Championship. But the LA Rams, with the experience they have, the run game they have, Matthew Stafford is an absolute dog. I'm typically going to take experience 10 times out of 10. I wanted the Chicago Bears to win this. Matthew Stafford went out here and willed this game and honestly got lucky that, again, DJ Moore quit running his it might have been a Vegas call. I'm going to be real. It might have been a Vegas call. Matthew Stafford is an absolute dog. Puka Nacua is a dog. Devontae Adams is a dog. And that brings us to we're going to start with the AFC Championship. We have the New England Patriots taking on the Denver Broncos. Is it no Bo Nix? No problem. Is Jarrett Stidham going to be able to step in that role of Bo Nix? I think it's going to be a better game than a lot of people think. Losing Bo Nix is absolutely awful. Jarrett Stidham has been in this system for 3 years. I think he's 2 years, 3 years. I think he's going to be able to go out there. I think he knows the offense. I think he's had enough reps. He's going to be able to go out here and make it a competitive game. And with that defense behind him, giving him opportunity after opportunity, now is Drake May going to be able to go out here, bounce back after, and it was a good performance against the Texans, don't get me wrong, but turning the ball over against a team like the Denver Broncos, you might not be able to do what you did against the Texans. You might not be able to get opportunity after opportunity to go out here and win the game. The New England Patriots are going to have to score relentlessly against the Denver Broncos, against this defense, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. My prediction for this Denver Broncos and this New England Patriots game, give me New England. On to our NFC Championship. We have bad blood. We have a division rivalry. We have Sam, the man, Darnold, taking on Matthew Stat Padford. It's going to be a game. It's going to be an absolute game. We did lose Charbonnet to a terrible knee injury. I don't think we need Charbonnet. Kenneth Walker has showed you, hey, I can go out here and I can be this guy. Give me the ball over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm going to make something happen. And I think he makes something happen against this Rams team. I'm going to say it again because I've said it every round of playoffs. I've said it time and time again in the regular season. If you hit Puka Nacua in his mouth over and over and over again, he's going to fumble, fold, and start crying on the sideline like the little baby back you-know-what that he is. And that's what the dark side is going to do. That's what the Seattle Seahawks are going to do. They're going to play Puka physical. They're going to play Devontae Adams physical. You think y'all were getting hit by the Chicago Bears? You might not make it off this field against the Seattle Seahawks defense. Sam Darnold is going to go out there and show you why he is the best quarterback this year in the NFC. He's going to smoke the Rams, and I'm letting y'all know right now, I'm just being so transparent with you. Go ahead and start making the rings, because when we mop this sorry-ass Rams team off this field on Sunday, we're going to go in and we're going to beat the absolute dog shit breaks off of the New England Patriots. I don't care. It can be Drake May. It can be Tom Brady. It can be Bill Belichick as the goddamn head coach. We are smoking that fraud-ass New England team, and we are going to get another ring for the Seattle Seahawks. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my remaining playoff predictions. I want you down below. Let me know who you think wins the championship games and who you think comes out on top in the Super Bowl. Down in the comments, don't forget, like and subscribe.